So when you're using oils, you want to apply them to where you're having the issue on your body. So if your child is saying, my tummy hurts, okay, you're going to apply the oils to their stomach, rub it in a clockwise direction. It kind of helps to get things moving along. If maybe they're backed up, not feeling so great, and let's say that they are running a little hot, put it down their spine, bottoms of the feet, any of their creases, so like inside their elbow, backs of their knees, all of those kind of points to help calm them down and bring the temperature down. Bottoms of the feet, whenever in doubt, put it there. It has your largest pores, and it's the thickest skin. So if you don't know exactly where to put it, or you want to use it as an immune support oil, then you put it bottoms of the feet, rub it in.
Yeah, so that was going to be my question. So a lot of it is the bottom of the feet, and is the bottom of the feet because it's the why again?
It actually gives you the quickest access into the body. So again, essential oils are from plants, so our body knows what to do with it. So if you don't know necessarily where to put it, if you put it on the bottoms of your feet, it will get to where it needs to go. And then especially if you have very young children and you want to start out using oils, you can put them on their feet. It's the furthest away.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Hol Truth Podcast with Jon Levine, sponsored by Dean's Natural Food Markets with 5 locations in Ocean, Shrewsbury, Chester, Basking Ridge, and now Metuchen. Today, we have Lauren Gitlin of Legit Oils. She is AromaTouch certified in essential oils, and she empowers moms to use essential oils with confidence through simple education. And that is exactly what we're going to do today on the podcast. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So we're going to focus on kids and essential oils.
Yes.
Essential oils are good for a lot of things, but we're going to focus on the kids. What are the most effective oils, the safest oils, the different ways to apply the oils, and where on the body are we applying them? But first question for you is, what is AromaTouch certified?
So the AromaTouch technique is actually a technique in where you apply essential oils in a certain order, in a certain fashion. So you start out, it's where someone's laying face down on a massage table, and it's just a gentle touch just to stimulate the nerves. So it's not any kind of manipulation. It's not truly a massage. It's similar to, I believe, a raindrop technique, if you've heard of that before.
I have heard of that, yeah.
So it's very healing to the body. It kind of does a whole body reset. I use it on my children. That's why I personally wanted to learn. So it is a technique that you can go to a training to learn and be certified in. And it's a series of oils. There's 8 oils in total that you're applying down the spine and then the bottoms of the feet.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
So break it down a little bit more. So let's say your kids, and you have what, 2 kids?
2 kids.
How old are they?
My son is 6 and my daughter is 3.5.
So if you were to do this technique on them, how they would be laying down, face down on a table.
Yeah, I actually bought a massage table for this.
All right,
Yeah.
so now we got to get into this. So
Yeah.
like where do you start now?
On their body?
Yeah.
It's on their upper back, and you go in a kind of circular manner.
Is this meridian points? Is that what we're doing?
It is
The energy
along the spine. Yeah.
So we're hitting the meridian points or the energy chakras, like the energy systems?
Yes.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, and it's just that gentle touch that stimulates the ends of the nerves to send the messages out to your body. So after you start with the gentle touch on the top of the back, then you start to put the oils directly on the back. And we're going to get into it later, but I always dilute when I use this technique with my kids. And then you do a gentle touch up from the bottom of the spine up to the back of the head. So then you're kind of bringing the oils up in that way. And then you shift into different movements where you stand at the top of the table and you kind of pull towards you again along those meridians on the back. So you start along the spine and then you gradually go further and further out, all pulling up towards the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting relaxed just thinking about it.
Yeah, so giving the technique is amazing because you smell all of the oils as you're doing it. When you're receiving the technique, you do feel there is peppermint in there, so it is going to be really invigorating. Another one of the blends is called Deep Blue. It's good for muscle aches and tension, so you feel the cooling sensation and the relaxing calm from lavender. And the other blend is actually called Aroma Touch, which is the massage oil that's in there.
Right.
So my daughter fell asleep the first time I did it. I use it on my kids, especially.
I'm
if they're not
passing out
feeling
just
well.
listening to it.
Yeah, it's really nice. So.
Okay, well, so you know what? That's a good segue into the dilution of oils. We're going to get into what are the best oils for the kids, but there is a way to dilute oils, and you dilute it with fractionated coconut oil,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, that's my personal favorite. You can use any kind of vegetable-based oil, not vegetable oil, but a avocado oil or jojoba oil, argan oil, coconut oil in either, the hard form that you cook with. You can just kind of warm it between your hands and apply some drops before you put it on your kids. But I like to use the fractionated coconut oil because I make roller balls. So what a roller ball is it's just a little glass container that you're going to put essential oils in, and then you fill it to the top with the fractionated coconut oil. It's always liquid.
Yeah.
You have it with you everywhere, and
Well, the
it's
other thing
safe.
is, like, if you put a couple drops, that way you can spread it out, obviously,
Yeah.
throughout, like, wherever you, on the bottom of the feet,
Right.
you can really disperse it
Yeah.
through the coconut oil.
Yeah, and the coconut oil actually, it's not, diluting down. I think diluting in itself, that word kind of has a negative connotation, but it's a good thing in this way that you're diluting the oils because the essential oil will then be dispersed across your skin, a greater area, and it also dives deeper into your skin with that coconut oil carrying the essential oil into the skin. Especially with kids, you're going to dilute more. So it's like 1 drop of essential oil to 2 teaspoons of essential oil. That's about the dilution you start with for a baby, just to give you an idea. And I do have a dilution chart on my Instagram and my Facebook.
Oh,
it's,
cool.
If you look up #legit dilution, so like LEGIT dilution.
And I will put that up.
Okay.
For YouTube and Facebook, for those watching, I will put that up.
Great. So that's an awesome chart because it's just a quick reference. You can look and you can see how old your kids are, and then it gives you an idea of, about where you want to start with blending your essential oils yourself.
Yeah, and that's important because I'll tell you what, oils are no joke.
Right.
They are no joke. Essential oils are strong. You do not need much of them.
Mm-hmm.
They are very concentrated, and you got to know what you're doing. So that's where that stuff comes in. You don't need a lot of it, and
Right.
I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah, I think everyone has their experience, right, before you really know. So that's why I focus on, and that's why I'm so happy to be here today, is educating and empowering moms, parents, anyone with this information so that they feel comfortable and confident in using essential oils on their kids. There is a lot of fear out there around them, and when you learn, you do your own research and you find out what works for you and your family, they are a really powerful tool.
Well, no fear. Lauren's here
Yeah.
with me. So let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. So the basic, most effective, staple oils. Let's start with one, which is what for you?
Lavender.
Number 1?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's powerhouse.
Yeah, and the other reason why I'd say lavender is because it's so gentle and it's a single oil. So when you start out using oils with your kids, introduce them slowly, just like you would when you're introducing a newborn or not a newborn, but a toddler into new foods, one at a time, right? So same thing with oils. So you can start out slowly, you can dilute, do a little patch test, but then when you are using lavender, it's calming. It's the oil of connection and calm. It really just kind of brings the mood down. It's also very calming to the skin. So not only emotionally, but to the skin. So anything that's going on with your kids, if they are running a little hot and you want to try something more natural first, you can use some lavender down the spine, bottoms of the feet. So that's kind of getting into now where to put the oils, because that's the other question everyone always asks. We can cover that quick now. So when you're using oils, you want to apply them to where you're having the issue on your body. So if your child is saying, my tummy hurts, okay, you're going to apply the oils to their stomach, rub it in a clockwise direction. It kind of helps to get things moving along. If maybe they're backed up, not feeling so great, and let's say that they are running a little hot, put it down their spine, bottoms of the feet, any of their creases. So like inside their elbow, backs of their knees, all of those kind of points to help calm them down and bring the temperature down. Bottoms of the feet, whenever in doubt, put it there. It has your largest pores and it's the thickest skin. So if you don't know exactly where to put it or you want to use it as an immune support oil, then you put it bottoms of the feet, rub it in.
Yeah, so that was going to be my question. So a lot of it is the bottom of the feet, and it's the bottom of the feet because it's why again?
It actually gives you the quickest access into the body. So again, essential oils are from plants, so our body knows what to do with it. So if you don't know necessarily where to put it, if you put it on the bottoms of your feet, it will get to where it needs to go. And then especially if you have very young children and you want to start out using oils, you can put them on their feet. It's the furthest away from their face. So, you can do that.
So how do you use lavender with your kids? Do you use it every night?
I use a blend
okay.
at night that includes lavender. It's called Serenity. But that's absolutely for sleep. Lavender is like the thing to go to.
So when you put it on your feet, do you rub it on? Do you use the oil? Do you use a roller?
Yeah. So I have a roller of lavender that's with me all the time. It's actually right in my bag. When I put it on the bottoms of the kids' feet.
We got to get this roller out. Let's for those watching, we're getting the roller out so you understand what it is. And when a roller is just an easier way to apply it.
Yeah.
So instead of just, dropping it out, it'll, if you open up the cap, it'll drop out.
Right.
A roller is just an easier way to apply it. It's just much easier.
Yeah. So it's pre-diluted. You can make these yourself.
Oh, it comes pre-diluted?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay.
you can purchase them pre-diluted. The oils that I use are doTERRA. And I, feel comfortable using those with my family and myself. Putting them on your skin directly from the roller, it's super quick. And especially with application for kids, where I put it on them is imagine, my hand is a foot. This is the pad of the foot, so across the pad and then down the middle like a T. So my favorite time to apply oils to my kids is after the bath at night. They, sit down and I put oils on the bottoms of their feet, so in that little T, and then they actually just rub their feet together. And they're 6 and 3, so
I'm
they
smelling your
themselves.
blend here, and if I pass out cold
Yeah.
and fall asleep on the podcast studio,
I'll just take over.
You'll take over, right? You'll be good to go?
I'm good.
All right. That smells good.
Yeah. So lavender, it's also very great for any kind of, if you're cooking or if the kids get any kind of sunburn, it's good to calm down the skin that way too.
Agreed. Lavender is the powerhouse. And we use it in our house. We use it in our house every night.
Do you diffuse?
Yes.
Yeah.
My wife is more of an oil person than I am. I do love oils. She is like you. And she is into her oils. And here's the thing. This is what I want to say. If you get into essential oils, they're very powerful and they work. Everyone's a little different. These are the basics.
Right.
So understand that I'm giving you the basics here. And then if you want to go forward after that and really get into it, there's there's thousands of different oils out there.
Yeah.
It can get crazy. And it can get cool. Like my wife is into it, and I know you're into it too. So I know like there's so much about it. But start with the basics.
Yeah.
And then if you really want to really get into it, then there's more to it. So lavender, number 1. Number 2 would be
Peppermint.
peppermint.
Yep.
All right. What's peppermint good for?
So peppermint, that's another roller I have in my bag. I literally really do carry these oils with me all the time. This is the peppermint. Again, it's just peppermint mixed with the fractionated coconut oil. And I always carry it with me because my daughter gets car sick in the car, which is really fun when you're driving from New Jersey to Florida. Her belly just always hurts. So even if I'm driving, I can grab this roller and just pass it back to her. And I know it's diluted. She's 3.5, so she knows. She opens it up, she smells it, and she closes her eyes even, takes it all in. She can put a little on her wrists. It gives her that immediate, all right,
So
calming.
she's smelling it and she puts it on her wrist.
Yeah.
So she knows what to do with it.
She knows what to do. Yeah.
And I know what to do with it too, because guess what? In my jacket right now, I have peppermint. because anytime I need to kind of like relax or breathe or remember to breathe, I grab my peppermint. Where's my peppermint? Did you take my peppermint? No. Damn it. Now I'm looking for the peppermint. I don't have it. It's in here.
Heard it.
It's in here somewhere. Clanking
borrow
around.
mine.
Oh, no. Here it is.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put you to task.
Okay.
All right? So we have a plank contest in here.
Okay.
We do push-ups. We do planks. We do cartwheels. We do all sorts of craziness. Because this is about education and inspiration. And this is about fun. Because we're going to have some fun.
All right.
So here we go. Hold your tongue. Hold your tongue, Christian. My QB, Christian, he's always got to hold his tongue. He's smiling. So I am going to give you, but the peppermint comes in key.
Okay.
So if you would like, I have it. You can breathe this in. Because when you're exercising, you want to remember to breathe.
Yes.
When you're walking around, at any point, you want to remember to breathe. So this is going to help you. How long do you think you can do a plank?
I don't know.
We have a record.
45 seconds.
No, well, you can plug doTERRA and your services for as long as you do a plank. But when you're done with the plank, you're done. And then we're back to the basics of oils.
Okay.
You ready?
So I have to, like right now, take this off?
You absolutely do. I'm smelling. See, this is great.
Yeah.
But seriously, so I carry this. Like, I usually feel pretty good, but occasionally I'll get like a little bit of a headache. Or, yeah, right there.
All right. I don't have sneakers on today either. But
That's okay.
all right. I'll take my peppermint.
So we got the plank. Would you like to smell the peppermint? Now let me also just say this because this is a good. So Lauren uses doTERRA. She works with doTERRA. My family, we use Young Living. This is not about using one or the other. You want to use high quality essential oils. Do not go buy junky essential oils at CVS or Walgreens. You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So this is the
Even
whether
Amazon.
even on Amazon. Yeah, don't
stay
do
away.
it. So there's the Young Living and doTERRA are two, and there's probably a couple others. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Lauren Gitlin is legit oils.
Inhaling my oils.
She's legit oil lady. She's into it.
So I'm going to do a plank on my forearms or on my hand, like
On your forearms. That it's harder to do it to do it on the forearms.
You have a timer going or something?
But as you start the plank, you got to tell me about your services where they can.
Wait, as I'm doing this?
Yeah, you got to talk as you're doing it.
Oh, jeez.
One-
I have to remember to breathe and talk.
You got to breathe and talk.
Okay.
Here, would you like some more peppermint? I could put the bottle right here.
No, I got it.
And if you get car sick, I can actually help you with that too. Okay, are you ready to go?
I think so.
So Lauren Gitlin is about to start a plank. That's what we do here.
Can you hear me?
You're not gonna. Oh, did you start?
I just
Oh, she just started. Okay. So tell me. So if people want to order off of your website, what are your services? doTERRA.
Yeah, so I am on social media as Legit Oils, and I focus on empowering everyone with the tools that they need to really empower themselves and their families. So I really focus on kind of doing one-on-one consultations, so you can always reach out to me there. On Instagram or Facebook is the best. And we can talk about any of your particular needs and see how oils can come in, more specialized for you, to see how we can use them for you and your family. Why I use doTERRA is because they source their oils from around the world where the plants are growing in their natural environment. So they're very powerful, they're very strong. Again, like Jon said, you have to really be careful where you're getting your oils from. So I love to bring people into my community. I have a private Facebook group where everyone can learn and share, and it's just really great to speak with some like-minded people.
Would you like some more pepper? You're doing great, by the way. You're at a minute. You can go more. You can go more. Here's the peppermint. This is another powerhouse peppermint. Here.
I'm trying to think of. I can't even. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So
You're good. You're good. You're good. I don't want you to be there. We got to get you back up. You did great. That was a minute and 15 seconds.
Okay. Longer than
It's hard to
45
talk
seconds.
and plank at the same time, right?
Yeah, and I actually already exercised this morning.
There you go.
Maybe that.
Oh,
helps
did you?
me. Yeah, I did.
You know what? I gotta keep people on their toes here.
That's all right. But yeah, the peppermint does. If you're going for a nice long walk outside, just rub some on your hands and inhale it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that. My hands are shaking.
It's good. Get the endorphins
Yeah,
going.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so let's get back to it and
Yep.
stop goofing around, okay?
Okay.
You know, we're here to be serious, not be doing exercises on the floor. What were you doing on the floor there?
Has
Plank.
anyone challenged you back? What's your
I
record?
do. I could plank for probably 4 minutes.
Okay.
I have not done it here.
Oh, really?
I've done push-ups here.
No one has ever challenged him back.
I think I
actually.
am.
For push-ups, yes, but for a plank, no.
Plank.
And I got to tell you, right now, I can't do it.
Okay.
And I'm being honest. I love exercise, and I am up for a challenge at any point, but I actually tore ligaments in my toe.
All right. Well, we'll come
And you're
back
probably
to
like,
that.
yeah, right, dude. I was playing basketball 3 weeks ago, and I got like turf toe. You ever hear turf toe? Like
No.
football players get turf toe?
Did you use your oils?
I did not
After-
use my oils. I think that's kind of when like you tear a ligament, you're gonna have to heal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there oil for that?
Yeah,
I guess there is.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Let's talk about it right now.
Yeah.
My toe hurts. I'm serious. Like I would get down and plank, but my toe. My toe is really. It really
Any
hurts.
kind of inflammation, oils are definitely going to help calm that down. One of the blends, Deep Blue. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I have it in my.
Well,
bag.
there's the crossover. So like we use Young Living,
Yes, different names.
and you use DoTerra, and there's different blends. So what's the basic stuff that's in this stuff?
So Deep Blue is a mix. It has like wintergreen, some more kind of minty oils. It's very cooling to the skin. So you feel it physically cool you down and kind of loosen things up. But it is a blend, again, like you said. So there's things in here like camphor, peppermint. You know, that's where you're going to get the cooling from.
If I take my sock off, will you rub that on my toe?
No.
Only your kids?
Only my kids, yeah.
All right. I'll do that later.
Okay.
No problem. All right. So we got we have lavender. We went to peppermint, and now we're at what?
So this is, again, where we're going to come into names. On Guard is the doTERRA brand.
Okay.
Thieves is the Young Living.
Thieves, yes.
It's the protective blend or the immune support oil. So the oils in that blend were formulated in such a way that they looked into there's science and everything behind this, that mixing these oils together can really help support your immune system and boost things. So that is the oil that I use daily on my kids. Again, when it comes to essential oils, you want to be consistent and use them daily, and you're going to be preventatively using them. That's the other key thing. So On Guard is that blend that you're using each day so that you're building up your immune system and, helping the kids out. They're going to be in school. They're going to bounce houses, all these places that make you cringe.
So how do you use Thieves, Young Living, On Guard, doTERRA?
Right.
That's the blend. What is in it exactly?
It's cinnamon, eucalyptus, clove, wild orange. That's the basics of there's like one or two other ones.
It's tough to remember because
There's a lot.
Sometimes there's a lot of oils in these blends, but sometimes they're good just singular like lavender.
Right.
And sometimes you blend them and they're good. So but we use Thieves for the same thing.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
And it's strong stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I think, when you become a parent, you start analyzing kind of everything you're doing in your home. So another area, and this is a whole nother podcast, but I'll just touch on, is cleaning. So especially when you have young children, you don't want to be spraying all these chemicals all around your house, and especially if they're, crawling on the floor or licking the windows, even if your pets are doing the same. On Guard is one of those things that it's going to help actually really clean. And again, there are studies out there that show the benefits of On Guard against even other cleaners. So it's really cool to be able to have this little bottle of essential oil that you can put in your diffuser, which I'll mention again about diffusing.
Yeah.
To help with your immune support. You can put on your body to amplify immune support even more, and then you can use it to clean all around your house. You can make your own hand soap, your hand sanitizer. So when you're talking about kids, I have my hand sanitizer with me everywhere. My son does jujitsu. He's getting sprayed as soon as he comes off the mat.
Sounds familiar.
Everywhere you go. Mall,
my
Disney.
wife, we don't do it as much anymore, but because we were getting crazy looks, but it works. So we would go when we fly.
Mm-hmm.
We take Thieves and we clean. So you're shaking your head because
Yeah.
you do the same thing, don't you? Yes, you do. You clean the seats and the hands and the handlebars on the plane because there's a lot of germs up there.
Yeah. And
And Thieves is what we use.
right. So you think about you're taking your family on vacation. You can't wait. You've planned it for how long? You get on the plane. You get there. Somebody gets sick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
minimizing all of that.
Yeah.
Leading up to your vacation, during it, on the plane, anywhere you're in spaces like that, you need to use your oils.
Yeah, do your best to have a great vacation.
Right. Stay healthy.
And use the stuff that works. So thieves and on guard. Okay, number 4, we got.
I think that I would go with balance. This might be like peace and calm.
Peace and calming?
I don't know.
So what's
it's
in
the
balance?
grounding oil.
The grounding.
So it has a lot of tree oils. It's very earthy. It's like spa-like smell. It's the stress relief in a bottle, I call it. So if your kids are kind of being a little bit crazy or you need to take your own little mommy time out, balance is one of those oils that I always have with me. I actually put it on right before I came in here just to kind of calm any nerves or jitters that I had going on.
You probably need it again, don't you?
I'm good. I have peppermint. So now I'm like energized. But the balance, I actually made a little spray with my kids and we called it a pixie dust spray. So that's the other thing. You can make it fun and let them smell the oils and see what they want to do with it. And little do they know we're mixing balance and wild orange for this pixie dust spray that I'm spraying in the car. It just helps everyone to be a little bit more calm and happy. So that's a good one.
I believe, yes, the Young Living version is peace and calming. And there's a couple of different versions, but there's I think there's vetiver. There's ylang, I think is in there.
It might be. I'm not
But
sure.
I think, for my audience, I think it is easier, quite frankly, if you do go for the blend. So the lavender, and then there's the peppermint, which you don't necessarily need in a blend. Those two separately are great. But the blend for like peace and calming and balance, for just that, peace and calming, I think the blend is simpler if you just go that route. I mean, you don't want to be like messing around with, separate oils and then you got to blend them together. It just becomes a lot, right? We're trying to keep this simple.
So especially when you're just starting, there are oils that are in the blends that you can't even get individually.
Yeah.
So they're in there for a reason. So it is more powerful many times to make sure you have some blends on hand for whatever you need support with. So if you have really hyper kids and you need more support for getting them to sleep better, then you'd go for balance and serenity. But if you wanted to get started with single oils as well, you can do your own blends. It's an option. I didn't realize how much I liked to do that until I started doing it.
Yeah, well, that's for later on. Like
Yeah.
once you get into it, then that's later on, because then it becomes fun, and then you really get into it. But yeah, for now, the blends for those, I agree. So what do you think next, Lauren?
Breathe. So this
Breathe.
is another blend. It opens airways. It's the respiratory blend. It does what it says, breathe. So that is something that's a staple. Kids, they don't know how to blow their nose when they're young. They just kind of suck it all back up. I'm still struggling with this with my 6-year-old, It's just like, blow it out. So
You can like slurp it off the side of your
it's
mouth.
horrible.
Oh, God.
So especially at night. So we touched on diffusing a couple times. And just to clarify, I think everyone knows what a diffuser is by now. But it literally, you just put water in there and essential oils. At least the one that I use is just water. The one I use.
And we have one going right now.
Yes.
You brought one in.
I did.
So if you can't see it, it is in the middle of the table going right now. And and it's diffusing. It's going up. Mm-hmm. And what do we have in there? We have...
Motivate. It's some citrus and some mints to give us some motivation to get through the podcast.
which is like a morning and an afternoon type.
Yeah, it's an energizing blend, really. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
So not at night.
No, not at night.
At night, you want the lavender and the peace and calming blends. So like diffusing the citrusy oils in the morning, afternoon, the more energetic type blends, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I could see it. I could smell it. Smells good in here.
Yeah.
We got a whole lot of stuff going on.
That's good. Now we have extra peppermint too. So diffusing something like Breathe at night during the winter is great. A lot of moms that I've met, have said, oh, yeah, I have a humidifier. Can I put oils in there? No, you don't want to put essential oils in your humidifier because it's most likely not the right grade of plastic that you need to withhold putting essential oils in it. So you want to make sure that you're putting essential oils only in a diffuser, and then that'll help disperse it into the air, and it'll be more safe that the oils won't break down the plastic. Mixed with lavender, Breathe and lavender at night is amazing. And Breathe is one of those oils, again, it can give you that little boost of energy, open your airways. So the kids, if you're just getting started, you can put a drop of an essential oil in your own hands, rub them together and kind of, put it towards your child's face so that they can inhale it off of your hands. Another thing that I like to do is to put it on diffuser jewelry. I don't know if your kids have any yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But unlike what you have in your school, not every teacher is an oil teacher. So some people are into it, some people are not into it. So yes, my kids do have the oil jewelry around the necklace.
Yeah. So
And even there's a lot. Well, there's a watch.
Yeah. There's a lot.
No, we're into it. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, so
Believe me.
that's another way, aromatically, that you can have your kids have the oils with them, especially when they're young. They can't figure it out themselves. They can't be bringing glass roller balls to school when they're in kindergarten. So my son it's just a braided leather type, any kind of porous material bracelet, and I can just roll the oils on there for him in the morning. I've even made some other bracelets for him and my daughter, and it's just a way that they can remember, all right, let me come back to this to calm myself down. A lot of kids have anxiety going to school, so just the whole emotional side of oils is amazing for kids.
No, that's a great point. I'm glad you actually brought that up. We use necklaces, and my daughter is more willing to do it than my boys are. My boys are second grade and kindergarten, so they're boys. They're less likely to be like, yeah, let me smell my lavender right now.
Yeah.
But my daughter is on it, so she's likely to, and it's right there. It's either on your wrist or it's a necklace, and you just smell it.
Exactly.
And it works, and it can calm you down, and they know when to use it. And the kids get it. Here's the thing: the kids get into it.
Yeah.
The kids, they love it. My kids they love the oils. But you got to be careful because some oils are strong. So you want to, that's a whole nother thing. But that's what we're doing here. We're educating you on the basic stuff, how to use it. There's some oils that are very, very strong.
Yes.
Very strong. And you don't mess with those oils.
Right.
But again, that's a whole nother thing. So that was Breathe.
Yes.
So that was Breathe. Now, but what? So there's peppermint, like wintergreen in there. Like what's in the Breathe?
Yeah, there's not wintergreen. There is eucalyptus, peppermint. I don't have it in front of me. I didn't memorize
minty stuff.
that one. Yeah.
The minty stuff.
All the things.
What's hard? It's hard to remember because when you're using, and I know when you're using the blends, you're not looking at exactly what's in there.
Yeah.
You have an idea what's in there, but sometimes there's a lot of oils in these blends, and it's like what? And when you're old like me, you can't see anymore. You're like, these labels are like, what the hell? I can't see that.
But it is on the label, which
is.
is good.
Yes.
So if you were like, what is that oil in there? You can always just look back at the blend, and it'll tell you what's in there. Do we want to go to another one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's.
So this is another one that's one of the top ones for kids. I find this is for everyone, but digestive support. A lot of times, even colicky babies, it's really gas in their stomach. Things aren't moving right. So, and kids aren't maybe drinking enough water.
How did you know I had gas?
Well, you're not a baby.
Yes, I am. Okay. You have no idea. Did you bring any of that digestive support for me?
No. Maybe. So I have a whole nother container.
I am a little gassy right now.
I have a whole well,
and
you can
believe
use
me,
this
I am the
after
biggest
I leave.
baby you've ever met in your life.
So yeah, I carry a lot of oils with me all the time, but I don't have that roller with me right now. But the Digest Zen or Digest Zai, what is it? Yours?
Okay, Young Living is Digize.
Digize. Okay.
So the crossover is it's the same stuff. That I'm not here to say use Young Living or DoTerra. I'm here to tell you Digize and Digest Zen are both very high quality essential oils, and they work. Mm-hmm. Pick whichever one you want. But yeah, they work. So for getting back to the stomach ache and the gas.
Right. So that is Digest Zen. Any kind of, I mean, it has like peppermint, ginger, and you're going to apply that to their stomach and rub it in a clockwise fashion, and then it should help things kind of move along. It also does help with decongestion. So if you don't have Breathe, Digest Zen can be used in that way. It's a stronger smell, for sure. But
It's disgusting.
it's
And I'm gonna just call it like it is.
I
It is
like
the most
it.
disgusting smell I've ever.
it has like black licorice undertones, and which I like.
It smells like moldy shoe polish.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have
I've
to
never
smell.
smelled the doTERRA version, but I've smelled Young Living. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
when it works,
I
you don't.
don't care because it stinks like hell, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something: if you have a stomach ache, if you have stomach problems, you roll that bad boy on your belly. It works.
Yeah.
You could care less what it smells like.
Overeating, or if the kids maybe went to a birthday party and ate some things they don't normally, or if you're traveling, it's
Oh my
one of
God.
those oils to have with you, because that's the other thing. You don't want to ruin your travels
And
either.
to your point, you put it on the area that is affected. So
Yeah.
when you put it, you got to be careful when you take this stuff. Some stuff you really don't want to be taking internally. I actually occasionally, if I do have like a bad stomach, I will take like one drop or maybe a couple drops internally. I would not do that with kids, correct?
No, yeah.
Like you're not
No.
on the belly
Yeah,
with the fractionated coconut oil
exactly.
or avocado oil. Probably coconut oil.
I like coconut oil. It doesn't smell. It's not greasy.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
It seems to
I think.
work better.
Yeah, yeah.
At least in my opinion. It does.
Yeah, it's thinner than avocado oil for sure. But I mean, whatever works for you, it's gonna do the job.
But that blend, that's huge, especially when you have kids and they get sick a lot. Kids get sick a lot, so that to me that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
You roll that on and it works wonders.
Yeah, I mean, even if they're having stomach issues or if they're backed up or whatever, it's gonna affect their mood and their emotions and everything. So you're really gonna release a lot by helping them with any of their little tummy troubles. So Digest Zen. How many are we going for here? I mean, there's a lot, so I don't know.
Let's go. Well, let's give a couple more.
Okay.
Well, a couple more.
Frankincense.
Listen, frankincense has been around for centuries.
Yeah.
That bad boy is gold standard. That's gold. That's what they considered gold.
Yeah. It is, it's nothing new. It comes from a resin of a tree, and it amplifies whatever oil you're mixing it with as well. So frankincense is one of those oils, when you have it by itself, you can use it in addition to the other oils too, because it's
Right.
going to just help everything along. So if you're using lavender for calming, you can do a swipe on the bottoms of the feet, or, kind of anywhere they need the support, back of the spine, and then also add frankincense. It's going to just help even more. It helps your body on a cellular level, so it's just really deep.
So when at what point of the day should people use frankincense?
You can use it any time of the day.
How do you use it?
Myself?
Yeah.
Well, on myself, I use it in my moisturizer because it's good for wrinkles.
Okay.
But on my kids,
You
it's
don't have any wrinkles
well,
because
they-
you use frankincense.
yeah, maybe
Really?
they're getting there. It's all about prevention, right?
I think so.
But with the kids, I actually, when my daughter was first born, so 3.5 years ago, I was diffusing frankincense, On Guard, and lemon every day. And the thing to mention, especially with diffusing, which I want to make sure I say, is that you don't want to diffuse all day. Like, if your diffuser only goes on for 4 hours, that's great. Let it go on for 4 hours and let it turn off. Give yourself a break in between. The oils do stay suspended in the air for
Right.
longer than the diffuser is on. So a lot of people don't realize that. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. But yeah, she was a newborn. I was diffusing frankincense, On Guard, and lemon to help really purify the air. We were having visitors over. She's a little baby.
Yeah.
I had my 2.5-year-old in daycare, which I know a lot of you can relate to. After you have your first, you can't keep your kids in a bubble anymore. So using the oils aromatically is going to, it affects everyone around you. So it's always good to have a diffuser in your home. I mean, I have maybe 5 or 6 now, but start out with one in your living room or wherever you tend to be most. And when you do have little children, you don't need to put as many drops in the diffuser either. So just going down that route with safety quickly. So start out with 1 drop of essential oil in your diffuser, when you have a little baby, and then you can go from there.
The thing about essential oils is this. Again, this is important. Get high quality essential oils that work. You don't want to get crap. Because if you get the cheap crap, it's not only not going to work, it could harm you. Who knows what the heck's in there. Get the stuff that's been tested, that really, really works. And this stuff lasts forever. I mean, I'm telling you, it really lasts forever. I have peppermint that literally I keep in my jacket pocket. I smell it. I'm telling you, I've had this for years. I've had this for a long time. And it's in the bottle. We won't get into the whole, it's protected by light, so it's good. But look at that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of peppermint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it lasts a long time. It's worth it to get high quality oils.
Yeah. Because you can just be putting synthetics and chemicals and fragrance on your body if you're not aware of, again, if it's not doTERRA or Young Living, that's fine. But make sure you're doing the research of that company, find out about their sourcing, all of the testing, if they should be doing all of that for oils, especially if you're using them on your kids. That's the one thing I always drive home. You wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's not that much regulation. This is, the people who listen to me trust what I say and what I do, and I use this stuff. We use this stuff at home. You use this stuff. So let's do a little recap of what we just did. So this is specifically for kids. We had, number 1, we had lavender. By itself, you can use lavender. It's a absolute powerhouse at night for calming you down. There's so many different things. What else? Skin. I mean, really, tons of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, the list, if you look up lavender essential oil, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Could be here all day. Number 2, peppermint. It can help you do planks for a minute and 15 seconds. Breathing, uplifting. What else?
Energizing. It is good for digestion as well.
3 was balance. Now, the balance blend is doTERRA, which is also Thieves. Was that the Thieves?
No, Thieves was On Guard.
Thieves was On Guard. There you go.
Peace and Calm, I think, was
that's right.
like balance.
Peace and calming.
Yeah.
Peace and calming and balance.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's stress relief and, just all things calming when you need to bring it down a level.
Right. That's the blend. There's several different things in there. And it smells great.
Yeah.
It smells great. That's right. And then there's Thieves. And this is where it gets a little confusing. Thieves for Young Living. And then there's
On Guard.
On Guard for doTERRA.
Yeah. And both of them, that's the protective blend. So that's a staple, if you ask me. A lot of moms that I speak with, they're looking for that immune support. So I'm sure if that's what you're looking for, try one of those out.
And then there's Breathe, which was
respiratory support.
Respiratory.
Yep.
Right. And then we got to Digest or
Digest Zen.
Digest Zen for doTERRA, Digest for Young Living. Either one.
Yep.
They are basically the same thing. They both work.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. But seriously, and I don't get paid by Young Living, but if you want, we'll tell people where to go to get this stuff from you.
Okay.
So that was Digest, and that works because if you have gas, colic, bad stomach, if you ate something that disagreed with you, if you use Digest or Digest Zen, telling you, it works. Flat out works. And then the big boy, frankincense. You got to have frankincense. Frankincense is just like good for everything. It's like lavender. Look it up. We could be here all day.
Yeah.
It's good for like a gazillion things, right?
That's what I always tell people. Just Google it because there's a lot of frankincense research that's out there.
Tons.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we could. That's a whole podcast by itself.
Yes.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like frankincense could be a whole podcast by itself. So that is it.
Yeah.
Those are what you could do for your kids. That will get you started. And also now you know about aroma touch therapy.
Technique.
Aroma touch technique. Hitting the meridian points. The meridian points being like the energy systems, like the chakra systems, certain areas throughout your body.
Yeah.
Essential oils work. That's why we're doing this. Lauren Gitlin, where can people buy essential oils from you? Where can they go?
So I am Legit Oils on Instagram and Facebook, and then there's links in my bio to then get to my website, and you can look at the kits and the different memberships that there are. It's basically you can order oils individually as you'd like, as many as you'd like at retail, but I always suggest if you have the wholesale membership, it's like a BJ's card. It's $35 for the year, and you get access to wholesale pricing, which is 25% off. When you start using oils, you're going to want more than one bottle, guaranteed. There was one quick safety thing I did want to mention too, and I didn't want to forget, especially with kids. It's just about photosensitivity. A lot of the oils that I actually mentioned are not photosensitive. The citrus oils are. So if you were to have lemon or wild orange or grapefruit and you put it on your skin before you go outside in the sun, it's not something you really want to do. So just be mindful of that. And if you are using those blends, just put them wherever the sun won't be touching, and you'll be good.
You will be good. Breathe easy, my friends. And with that, that is a wrap. Until next time, adios amigos, adios amigas. See ya.